Hey guys, this is Jason. I haven't done these videos in a while. I'm going to talk to you guys about 3 movies that I've recently seen that I want to review. Starting with Stand Up Guys. This is the new movie with Al Pacino, Christopher Walken, and Alan Arkin. It's about Al Pacino. He gets out of jail after 28 years for murdering this guy's son, and Christopher Walken's character picks him up from jail, and them two are best friends. So they spend the whole day together, reuniting and talking about what's going on with their lives. And you find out that them two and Alan Arkin were a team a couple years, like a while ago, before Al Pacino got arrested. And Christopher Walken he gets this call that he has to they put out a hit on Al Pacino's character. He has like less than 24 hours to murder Al Pacino, or the
other guy.
Yeah, the other guy.
We'll kill him.
Or kill him, and will take revenge out on this waitress that they go to visit every time in this diner, that they find out that it's Christopher Walken's granddaughter. And so they get Alan Arkin, and they reunite, and they steal this one guy. It's like just like an overnight comedy where they steal this car, and you find out there's this they find out there's this woman in the back of the trunk, and they go help her out. So they go get revenge on the people who kidnapped her. And then Alan Arkin passes away overnight because he's in a senior citizen home. And like the last thing he does before he dies is he has a threesome with 3 girls. And I'm not going to tell you that. And then the nurse who plays is Julianna Margulies. She's the daughter of Alan Arkin's character in this movie. And so basically they bury him, and then the next day is when the hit on Al Pacino's character is supposed to happen, but things take a turn, and it basically just leaves you hanging at the end of the movie. But I'd say this movie is really good. A lot of good acting in it. Really good story. It's more like a comedy, kind of like a I don't know, like a dark comedy, but I'll definitely check it out. I haven't seen that many of Al Pacino's movies lately because he hasn't really done any movies that interest me, but I'm definitely a really big fan of Christopher Walken. So if you like movies that are about like coming of age stories,
That's not coming of age.
Best friend reuniting and just having a good time, this is kind of like Grumpy Old Man mixed with like I don't know, like Pulp Fiction or like Reservoir Dogs or like something like that. But it's a really good movie. You should definitely check it out. The next movie I'm going to talk to you about, this is from the Tribeca Film Fest collection. It's called The Hollow. It's this found footage movie about these group of people that go to, I think it's Britain. They go to England to go live in this house this girl grew up in, and there's this tree that's really creepy, and basically you find out that the tree has this like really dark urban legend story to it about how people fell in love with each other and then they committed suicide, and basically everything starts happening to them. And at the end of the movie, you find out and basically just the ending is it reminded me a lot like the Blair Witch Project. It was kind of like really shaky camera, really slow story, bad acting, kind of a dumb story. I wouldn't really check this one out, but you can get it at Best Buy for like $10, I think. Yeah, definitely not check this one out. The next movie I rented from the library is
They always have a good selection.
from the director of Old Boy. This is his first American film, Stoker with Nicole Kidman and Mia Wasikowska and Matthew Good. It's basically about Mia Wasikowski's character, India Stoker. She's this high school girl who's very quiet and just keeps everything to herself, and she's very like gothic style. And she in the beginning you find out that the father was killed in this tragic accident, and she was very close friends with her father. And so like after the father's death, she becomes very strange, and her mother's played by Nicole Kidman. And all of a sudden, at the funeral they run into the nephew. I mean the uncle Charlie. That India's never knew about, and Uncle Charlie decides to stay for them for a couple of days, and basically they all just have this really eerie connection where Uncle falls in love with the mother, and then you find out the shocking end to it all, where he wants to be with India, and you find out, and the uncle he's a serial killer, and it's just a very dark, like creepy story, and it does kind of have it's basically just about like the Stokers are all psychopaths, and it was a really good movie. It was shot really well, kind of I don't know what kind of they shot. It was kind of like it kind of reminded me of like a 1970s, 80s kind of style movie, because they wore like really like weird attire. She wore like old-fashioned dress and like nightgowns, and I don't know, it just reminded me of like an old horror film. But I would definitely check this one out. I got it from the library, but I know everyone sells it. It's from Fox Searchlight Pictures. Once again, it's from the director of Old Boy, Park Chan-wook. But definitely check this one out. Now I'm going to do some show you some of the Blu-rays I've got lately. This one is The Sorcerer and the White Snake, starring Jet Li. I haven't seen this yet, but he plays a sorcerer, and I guess he falls in love with this woman who's like also a snake, and I've seen the trailers for it on Magnet. It looks really good. It looks like a lot of special effects CGI, but I'll definitely check it out. This is Dragon. I've seen this in the movies. It's with Donnie Yen, and yeah, it's a Weinstein Radius film.
Independent
kung fu action movie where Donnie Yen plays this man who's like, he wants to be a family man, but then they find out he has a dark side to him where he used to be a hitman. And his father comes to wants him to become a hitman and he wants to basically try to be the family man like he wants to be now, and then them two have a big fight. I mean, it's a good movie. Donnie Yen always puts on good movies. He's like one of the best martial artist actors that I've seen lately.
Hold on.